Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I am Crypto Kip. It is Thursday, and we're doing all right today. I hope you guys are doing all right today. Feeling pretty good, everybody? Hope so. I do have quite a bit of news today. Yeah, you might have heard about the Coinbase hack. Hold on, let's get the news down. You might have heard about the Coinbase hack. You might not have. I'm going to talk about it in this video. Actually, Coinbase is making a couple headlines today, as well as the president and some of these other crypto deals that are getting more controversy. Some good things and maybe some not so good things. So more of that. Politics in crypto. We don't like it. But we do like that crypto is getting advanced. And, a couple good stories that I want to share with you guys today. And let's talk about PEPE and memes, which are having quite a little party on the charts lately, and we really have continued to talk about these top tier memes. Some of these other ones, they might come back, those little ones, but the big ones, those are looking pretty darn good, guys. So I feel good about it. I think, we can all feel pretty decent about it, because things are looking good. Kind of like an altcoin season, maybe potentially kicking off, getting ready to go here. Shout out to the one, Chris, Armin Clark in the chat. Then the Papa, how you doing? Honey Buns plus Red Bull plus the Crypto Report equals good morning. Sounds like a great morning. What are honey buns? Did I just shock you, Papa, that I don't know what honey buns are? It's a good like nickname for your girlfriend, maybe. But I didn't know that was a food or something. Okay. Random Midwest family. Love that name. That's hilarious. You better talk about Crow. You better listen to me talk about Crow. I'll talk about some Crow. What happened to Coinbase, Kane? We're going to talk about it. How you doing? Coin Baron in the chat, strapping up for another Crypto Report live stream. Alrighty then. Oh, Honey Bun is the vending machine thing. I know what you're talking about. I got a buddy of a friend of a cousin's uncle. No, I got my wife's cousin, who he's starting a vending machine business. I wonder if he's got honey buns in his vending machines. I don't know. Bear claws, but better. You know what I like a lot? Coffee rolls at Dunkin' Donuts. Those things are insanely delicious. But it ain't going to help me get below 200 pounds. I'm trying to get below 200 pounds, and I'm getting there. I'm like 203. Just struggling to get below 200. I was up to 215. We're working on it. Well, enough about my weight. Let's talk about the weight of these news stories on the crypto market. How about that for a couple words? To just what a segue. What a segue. Big segue guy. Okay. Marty's talking about diabetes lawsuits in the chat. That's something. Oh my gosh, what is going on with this chat? Honey Buns, get you playing chat. What are we talking about in this chat? I love this chat. This chat's crazy, man. You guys are crazy. Okay, we got Pi. Oh, Pi's getting crushed. Why is Pi getting crushed? Well, there was a whale that bought recently. Maybe the whale's selling back up. I don't know. Pi is the people's crypto. I don't know. Pi, you can mine it for free. It's hot. Ondo down 4% today. Solana's down a little bit today. A little bit of a Bitcoin dominance crash stall out. We're maybe scooping back up for Bitcoin dominance. Hard to say. Today, top gainers, not a lot of them. Helium, great coin. I personally think it's good. You actually see KuCoin up at the top. Bitcoin up at the BitGet token up at the top. I actually saw Coin Baron put out a chat about the exchange tokens. And look, we don't have Crow up here, but I think Crow will be up here at some point in the future. We don't have Crow up here moving with the top exchange tokens, but it is, up just a little bit today. PEPE's only up a little bit today. Over the last 7 days, though, PEPE's crushing it. And these major memes are crushing it. And I really do believe that PEPE is going to outperform probably all the exchange tokens. It's crazy. It's stupid, but it's probably possible. I don't know. I mean, it's already got a bigger market cap than Cronos. The fact that Cronos has a smaller market cap than PEPE, maybe it still has, fundamentally, it's got way better opportunity to perform. I don't really know which one's going to outperform the other, but I'm really bullish kind of on both of these things. Obviously, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I still am bullish on Caspa with their Ghost DAG technology, that new blockchain idea. And exchange coins are cool. There's a lot of cool coins in crypto. The cool crypto club. So very cool. Cool. How many times can I say that word? Quant, certainly a hot play as well for this bull market, but not a lot's up today. In fact, we actually have kind of a couple coming down. Pi is coming down the biggest. Pudgy Penguins is coming down second biggest. But we're kind of just stuck today. We're kind of having a pause in this little rally as of lately. And that's okay because nothing goes straight up. One of the reasons I think we are having this little pause in the rally right now is just because you had the excitement on the tariff news, and that tariff news is kind of passed. Actually, it's mostly for reciprocal tariffs. There's still other tariffs in place, like with China, so it's not complete relief of tariffs, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. Some of the other things that might be stalling us out right now is things like this. Trump cabinet member links to El Salvador crypto firm under scrutiny. Howard Lutnick. His firm is backed by the controversial crypto giant Tether as Bukele's dies deepen. So you've got, again, this disgusting politics stuff creeping into the headlines. Here you go. We've got controversy. Oh, controversy in the White House. Crypto chaos. Here you go. From free planes to crypto meme coins, going after these deals, raise corruption concerns. So we got corruption headlines popping up. Are we surprised? No, we're not surprised. Crypto corruption. Howard Lutnick on his thing, it's always the same thing in politics, guys. Maybe there is something there. Maybe there's not. I don't really care. What I'm focused on, guys, is crypto, not politics. I think politics is stupid. I think it's a waste of your brain energy. I think it's a waste of your time. Oh, but it's really, really important. Kind of. But, you got to have a good life. And honestly, draining yourself into this nonsense is just going to suck your soul. Okay? So don't go into the soul suck. Focus on crypto. Focus on, focus on your family. Focus on your life. Focus on crypto to help your life. And try to get rid of all these fuddy-duddy articles. These types of articles, I think they're designed to get you to not like crypto. But just because, maybe there's not that good things happening with the president or maybe, the president's buddies or whatever, doesn't mean that crypto's not good, okay? But maybe what they're doing is not good. I don't know. I don't really care. Maybe I do. I just kind of don't. I'm looking forward to a bright future for Bitcoin and crypto. Pakistan strikes a deal with the president's family as well. World Liberty Financial still growing. Another thing for politicians to point the finger at is a very bad thing. Pakistan right now in a conflict as well with India. So it's just a very interesting time for that to be hitting the headlines. And maybe these are some of the things that are stalling us out today. And also, maybe this is stalling us out a little bit today. We've got leading crypto firm Coinbase facing up to a $400 million hit. A hit from a cyber attack. Man, one cup of coffee. Gosh, strong stuff. All right. Blessings to you, John 316. How you doing, Jean? How you doing? Coinbase getting hit with a $400 million hit. What is going on with this? Well, let's look at this little thing right here. The CEO of Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, says that hackers are demanding $20 million in Bitcoin from Coinbase, threatening to leak customer data by saying, and so he came out with this little video, chilling out in a hoodie, gets a basic wall, coming out, his beautiful bald head. Bald is beautiful, right? And he came out and said, no, we're not going to pay your ransom. You no good, dirty hackers, you. That's what he said. That's how he sounds. It's fun. That's what he sounds like. Yep, that's what he sounds like. But no, they're not going to pay that. They're not going to leak customer data. So your data is protected if you're a Coinbase customer, says Brian Armstrong today. Coinbase recently became the newest member, got the blessing of the S&P 500, and now is going to be a part of the S&P 500. And so as they're doing that, you're going to need to see them take, right steps in the right direction as problems come up, because problems continue to happen in this crypto space. And then John says crypto.com will benefit from this news. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I think Coinbase could benefit from this news. At some point you're going to see crypto.com also, get held at ransom. Like, no doubt. Like, these centralized firms, and crypto.com is just as centralized as Coinbase. They're two companies. They could easily be a victim of a hack as well. And Is that my cousin? That's my cousin Brian. Me and cousin Brian. He's leaking insider information. No, I shouldn't even joke about that. Wouldn't that be nice to have the scoop behind the curtain? Nope. We do wish, but he comes out publicly, and he's a huge crypto bull. In fact, here's what he did. You want some inside information? They got it right here for you. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong says it's going to be a part of everyone's 401k. Coinbase is going to join the S&P 500. Coinbase stock will be a part of their 401k, certainly, but crypto is going to be a part of the 401k. That's my clone. Dude, that's my clone, my bald clone. Bada bing, bada boom. Forget about it. $5 super chat. Dude, Scossum with the $5 super chats. How you doing? Much love to the Crypto Report family. Just got a new Subaru Legacy. I wish I had an air horn. Nice work, brother. Thanks to crypto. Yes, sir. That is the beauty of crypto. You could buy cars, houses, you could retire on crypto, and you do it right. And guys, I do believe, it's crazy to say it, but I do believe that our beautiful PEPE coin, I do think it can still 30x, guys. I think it's easy. I mean, it's not that easy, but it's possible. You know, I think that PEPE can do what Dogecoin's done in the past. I think Dogecoin is going to get back to those higher market caps it's seen in the past. The ETFs coming for Dogecoin. You got probably an ETF coming for PEPE at some point. We haven't even had an announcement of that yet, but imagine what will happen to PEPE if we do see an announcement of that sort. And there's so many different ways to make a buck in this space. Dogecoin's slipping a little bit right now, but as long as Bitcoin hangs above 100K, I would be surprised to see Dogecoin come back down here, because what we are seeing is Bitcoin dominance, slip a little bit. Maybe it rips back up. I'm not really sure. I could still see us getting up to 70%, maybe 73%, but this is a good sign that maybe we do have an altcoin season coming. Jimmy the Lip in the chat, and Boostang in the chat. The Boostang. Thank you for that super chat, though, Scossum. I do appreciate it. Raycon says the U.S. government hates crypto. Do they? I wonder. I wonder if they do. Marty says, not saying the CB story isn't a big deal. Coinbase story isn't a big deal, but it's funny when this happens to a credit card company. No one knows. They send an apology letter in the mail and nobody cares. Crypto always gives the bag out. You're so right. What a great point. Let's put that one on screen. Marty's got an excellent point here, saying that, the Coinbase story, when they get, held at ransom and, it's the top of the headline. But when Discover or MasterCard or any of these centralized players get these things going on, nobody talks about it. It's all done behind the door. But crypto's got a target on its back, and it's a trendy topic, and people like to talk about these negative headlines for crypto all the time. Look at me. I'm talking about the negative headlines for crypto. The difference is I'm a big crypto bull. We got folks talking about Crocoin in this chat. Crocoin looks like it's coming back up. It's looking like it could be prepping for some of those tasty schmasty gains. We could like them. Papa says it's early to get into Dude from Doodles. What is that? Is that an FT? Is that? I don't know anything about it. Definitely not my focus. But Papa, hey, I hope you found something and you're gonna make a boatload of bank on it. I hope. I would hope you do. A couple other news stories. I mean, I think this one's huge. We've always been talking about the fact that maybe one day crypto is going to be in everybody's 401ks, and one day that the financial asset advisors, your financial advisors are going to be recommending crypto to you. And by the time that's happening, maybe you're too late. Well, don't be late, guys. Be early. And, we've got a bright future ahead for crypto. I even posted myself. What did I say? What did I say? What did this guy say? Who's this guy? I said, good morning, all crypto holders. Conviction. Congratulations on making it this far. We still have a ton of gains ahead. I believe it. And is moose is even a word, guys? Is moose is even a word? I'm saying deuces, moose is a lot. Is it even a word? Am I making stuff up? Am I making words up? No, but it will be interesting to see, what's going on. More so, are these the same story? One of the world's biggest, Coinbase says a recent cybercast will up to $400 million. It said they were contacted by hackers who claim they've gained access to customer information. They demanded $20 million to keep it quiet, but refused to pay the bribe. Well, how's it going to cost them $400 million then? I don't understand. Why would it cost $400 million if they're only asking for $20 million and they're not even going to pay it? Oh, maybe because the firm's share price fell by 4.1%. Maybe that's why 400 million. So a report from Research Chain Analysis suggests funds stolen from crypto businesses totaled $2.2 billion in 2024. Whoa, baby. Bing, boom. Forget about it. Daryl Young in the chat. How you doing, young man? Daryl. Is your last name actually Young? Or are you just young? Or are you both? Bitcoin price is too low. Should hit $500 to $1 million this cycle. Problem is, what the heck is this cycle anymore? Right? And they don't share that in this article, really. You know, they don't talk about it. I'm thinking the cycle could get quite high, but the cycle stretches out a few years, right? Well, technically, the cycle would be the ending in October. And so stretching out a few years, the cycle's coming up to a close in October. That's history. So I hate these headlines. Well, let me tell you, I love these headlines, 500K to $1 million. That's a great little story right there. Doesn't that get you a little excited? Doesn't that get you a little tickled? Sure. What's the cycle? You're so vague, Adam Back. Why are you so vague, Adam? What are you not telling us? Well, a lot of CEOs have come out and told us that this is a super cycle. I'll believe it when I see it. Scott says, Kip, can you explain what the XRP futures is coming live on May 19th? Yeah, it's not a spot ETF. It's just futures contracts. You know, you can trade futures on a lot of things. And it's just another way to speculate on XRP, trading options. But it's not a spot ETF. It's just options trading. Simple as that. Daryl says Coinbase should let Crypto.com take care of the cybersecurity. You know, Crypto.com has been doing pretty well. How does it work? Oh man, Scott. It's hard to explain options, but calls and puts. Those are two words. Man, I can't really get into the weeds on options right now, but you can bet on the future price of a thing, whether you think it's going to go up or go down, and you can have these futures contracts that expire either on a day, in a month, in a week, in a year, in 5 years. And depending on the volatility of that stock, there's going to be there's going to be these payouts essentially that they give you for even, buying or selling these options. You can buy them or you can sell them, and you get a little payout, and basically you get a little commission for offering it in the first place. And then if it actually ends up to be a good call, you could basically take profit on it too. You could sell the contract. It's really hard to explain options. I don't do a lot of options trading, frankly. Maxi is better equipped to do that. I understand enough about options, but I frankly don't trade options. I'm not that interested in them. I like leverage trading more than options, frankly. If you guys want leverage trade instead, you could sign up for Blowfin, using our link. But options are certainly a big thing. I know a lot of people like to do them. I intend on dabbling with them at some point, but I just don't dabble. But it's very simply, you can kind of predict the future price. You bet on the future price, whether that's up or whether you think it's going down. And if it actually goes to those prices that you're predicting that people are willing to sell, or you can either, you can even buy those options, you make money if things go the right way. Okay. So it's kind of like the up-down options on crypto.com. They're not the same at all, but they're similar-ish. Okay. They're similar-ish. That's so fun. You guys are fun in this chat today. John316 loving what Daryl's saying. Absolutely. Ketcha Yano says Pepe up or down? Up in the long run. In the short term, man, that was a wimpy explanation, Scott, but it was just enough that you can kind of understand what it's about. So options are a doozy to explain. Definitely, Black Sea is more suited to explain options, but it's a doozy. It's a doozy. Premium. There you go. That's the word. Premium is the commission that you get. I think it's premium. Now I'm mixing it up. All right, I'm moving on. I'm not an options expert, okay? But that's what futures are. But anyway, yeah, I mean, looking at a $500K to $1 million Bitcoin in this cycle, sure, maybe. I don't know. What's the cycle? Is it in the next 4 years? I don't know. Maybe. Is it going to happen during this presidency? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. One day, I think that Bitcoin's going to be at $1 million. And so, just steadily buying it over time ain't a bad strategy. That's what Michael Saylor does. That's what all the whales do. And I think that's what the average Joe could do as well. And JP Morgan, who, the CEO of JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, has been a big crypto bear for a very long time. JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon has called it like a pet rock, and he says that he hates it, and he thinks it's stupid, and he doesn't like Bitcoin. He said all those things for sure. No, I mean, basically that's what he said. But JP Morgan, the company, and analysts at JP Morgan are actually forecasting Bitcoin to outperform gold in second half of 2025. I think it's only a matter of time before Jamie Dimon either steps down as the CEO and we get a pro-crypto CEO in place, which could easily happen very soon. Warren Buffett stepping down. Jamie Dimon could easily be next. Or maybe Jamie Dimon's going to flip his script and become a crypto bull all of a sudden. And secretly, I bet you he's got a bunch of Bitcoin and he likes it, but he's just playing games with his banker buddies and they're saying one thing and doing another, just like Mark Cuban did, just like Kevin O'Leary did. Those dirty, no good, rotten pieces, rich folk, you know, nothing against rich people. I think it's great if you can make a bunch of money. But I hate what Mark Cuban and Kevin O'Leary did. I hate what they did, saying that they thought, you know, Bitcoin was stupid for a long time while they were buying it secretly. And then they came out as a crypto bull after they accumulated their bags. And I think that banks do the same thing. So you got to be careful with that. Richard Rose, good morning from Alaska. Kid, would you rather hold Solana or SWI? How about Stacks or Crow? I would rather hold... Hypothetically, of course. I love that you say that. All four. I think that Stacks has a chance to outperform Crow, and I think that SWI has a chance to outperform Solana. But if you want to go with more of a sure bet, I think that the safer plays are Solana and Crow. So you want a more risk on gain oriented approach. I think you take SWI and Stacks knowing that maybe you can extremely outperform the other two. But maybe Stacks doesn't hit. You know, maybe Crow doesn't go to $5. Maybe it only goes to $1. Well, Stacks goes to, you know, some crazy high number. It's SWI and Stacks are the more risky plays with more reward potential, and Crow and Solana are probably more sure bets with less upside potential, hypothetically, not financial advice. What are my thoughts on PEPE? I don't like it, alas. I don't like anything that's a PEPE coin copycat. If you're thinking about buying PEPE and you're thinking about buying, based PEPE or any of this stuff, why wouldn't you just buy PEPE? If you can get a 30x with PEPE, and PEPE can do what Dogecoin's done in the past, well, why wouldn't you just buy PEPE in the first place? Not financial advice. DPFX, appreciate the question, Loss. And I appreciate the question, Richard Rose. Never let your left hand tell the right hand has. What? I like that. I like it. I don't know what it means, but I like it. USA is 100% buying Bitcoin right now. Why would they announce it and then start buying? I think they're buying too. I think that there's somehow, some way they've got some that we don't know about. And if they're not buying right now, they will be soon, I believe. That's what I believe. What a great chat today. You guys are live. You're live. I like it. Fed rate cut chances, 61% no chance of a 61% of a no chance. 61% chance that no rate cuts will occur in July, and a 91% chance that we're not getting rate cuts in June. Maybe we have to wait till September, but even into September, there's only a 25% chance that we're going to get a rate cut in there's a 25% chance that we're still not going to get a rate cut in September. Okay. There's a 25% chance that even by September, we're not going to get a rate cut. There's a 50% chance that we will get a 0.25% cut by September, a 22% chance that we'll get a half a point cut by September, but it's not looking good for June and July right now. That being said, some of the alleviation on the tariff thing could cause some more optimism potentially over the next 30 days or so, right? The next FOMC meeting's in 34 days. I think that the FOMC decision, the Fed rate cut decision, is a big catalyst for an altcoin season. You want Pepe to shoot to the moon. You want SWI and Solana to shoot to the moon. You want a Fed rate cut, my friend. Pepe says, my ears have been ringing a lot lately. Ring-a-ding-ding, Pepe. How you doing in the chat, moderator Pepe? What's good, brother? Your ears are ringing. Inverse head and shoulder pattern forming, or are we blasting through by next week? Either or, brother. Maybe a little too much pump because of the hope around China tariff negotiations, or maybe it's just time for that altcoin season. I don't like where the rate cuts are sitting in terms of the odds. I do like the news that I'm seeing about tariffs, okay? Kip, did you ever hear anything about Australian cryptocurrency? No, I didn't. What's going on over there? Oh, they're doing a little Bitcoin on the Barbie, right? That's what they're doing down there in the Outback. Outback Steakhouse. You get your onion blossom. Something big going on in Australia with crypto. Words are stronger than numbers, aka rate cuts. Bitcoin will explode due to FOMO. I can get behind that, BP and Forever. I can get behind that. I like where your head's at. Universal Fungi, looking at those patterns, looking at the head and shoulder pattern for BTC. Oh no. If you guys want to trade, by the way, you could sign up for Blowfin using our link. That is one of the top exchanges out there right now. In my opinion, that's the one that me and Black Sea trade on. And you want to sign up, there's up to $5,000 deposit bonus. I have it in the comment section. It's in the description. It's pinned. It's so easy to get to. If you haven't signed up already, you can take advantage of it with those deposit bonuses up to a $5,000 deposit bonus. What do we got going on? Bitcoin. Let's look at the daily, daily candles. Yeah, don't be surprised, guys, if we retest down to a hundo again. Don't be surprised if we see something touch down to a hundo again, okay? I wouldn't be shocked. All right? Something big is brewing. People in the chat are feeling it. I feel it too. Sugar plum. Honey buns and sugar plum. I'm gonna start calling my wife honey buns and sugar plum. Again, appreciate that super chat, Scossum, my guy. Buying a Subaru Legacy thanks to crypto. That's the beauty of this crypto stuff, guys. You can make enough money to pay off a car, buy a car, pay off a house, be rich potentially. All right, guys. Did you smash the like button yet? Did you? 24 likes. Oh, we got to get those likes up, folks. I don't want to harass you, but we got to get those. You call your wife honey bunches of oats. You know what? I do that too sometimes. It's such a dad thing, isn't it? You a dad? Such a middle-aged man thing to do. I guess I'm middle-aged. I don't know. 30 something. Is that middle-aged? I don't know. Bitcoin soaring to new all-time highs. How is it that there's still coins are sitting at 80-90% low below theirs? Because altcoin season hasn't hit yet, Alexander. This is a great question. I think a lot of people don't understand that. Look, when a bull market really happens, Alexander, here's your high from 2018. This is all we've seen out of this bull market yet. And by that, I mean, we broke through the previous high, came back down, and then exploded up, right? Here's our previous high. We broke through it, came back down, and we need to see the big move for total market cap. Bitcoin dominance has been shooting up all the way from 39% to 62%, which means what? Money that's been flowing into crypto has mostly been flowing into Bitcoin on a grand scale. What we're waiting for to get those other coins that are still 80-90% away from their highs, to your point, Alexander, with a great question. Love that question, Alexander. Love that question. You want to see those coins go up? You need to see this stuff happen. You need to see this move. You need to see this move. This was your blow off top in 2017. This was your blow off top in 2021 for altcoins. So you need to have some kind of, whoosh, it's not going to go that low, but you need to have some kind of move down for Bitcoin dominance. And then it can chop around a little bit, and then we can do this again. And then it can come back down and chop around a little bit. And every time Bitcoin dominance drops, that's when your altcoin market comes. Single dad here, Papa. Single and ready to mingle? Are you, Papa? You mingling, Papa? Or are you just being a dad? Because that's okay, too. I respect it. Either way. You need 2 extra kid accounts. What does he say? Come on. You got 3 kids. Oh, man. You 6 kids? Oh, my gosh. Woo! I'm looking at maybe getting another one. And that's that. You know? I don't know. Repopulate the earth. 10 kids at a time. Can bonk 25x? Maybe. Maybe the real late father. It's possible. It could happen, yeah. I think so. You got a Robinhood listing. That's pretty good. I think you got a Coinbase listing too. Definitely got a Robinhood listing, didn't it? Pretty good. All right, guys, that's all I got. I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel, DCA HODL. If you want to do some trading, you can sign up for Blowfin using our link. It's pinned in the description, pinned in the comments for you down below. Until next time, hang in there, guys. Things are looking good for crypto. Sure, there's a little hiccups in the news and the media, but ignore the media. They're stupid. Nobody ever likes the media. Left, right, center, up, down, backwards. I don't know. I hate media spin all over the place. It's all stupid. And you have to ask yourself one question. Is Bitcoin going to be valuable in the future? I think the answer is yes. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. DCA HODL. Do your own research. I love you guys. Let's make some money. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, Sugar Plum. Thanks, Alexander, BSS, Scott, DP, and all you guys. 8 Father, John, Papa, Pepe. All you guys. Sorry I missed anybody. Peace. Subscribe. Later. Deuces, mooses.